I'm going to show you how to make a frying pan cookie. Now this cookie is not only big and beautiful, it's also stuffed with chocolate and packed with goodness. So let me talk you through the ingredients. We've got some gorgeous hazelnut butter, we've got some coconut oil, lovely chocolate chip cookies, some plain flour, some maple syrup, some vanilla extract, some sugar. So we're going to start by putting in our sugar. Two types of sugar. We've got a light brown sugar because it's got a lovely caramelly flavour, and also some traditional caster sugar as well. To that, oops, very noisy. To that, we are going to add some of the nut butter. And then I'm going to add the coconut oil, sorry, the coconut, because it's in its solid form, a little chunk at a time. So let's get this mixer on. You can do this by hand, but it's a lot easier in a stand mixer. Start off slow and then gradually build up your speed. So in essence, we're creaming our fat and our sugar, but instead of using butter, we're using a nut oil. So I'm going to turn it down and start adding in pieces of the coconut oil. Once I add a bit in, I then turn it up again. Now I know we haven't got smell-o-vision, but the smell of this is out of this world. This bit does take a little bit of time. I mean, when I say a little bit of time, I'm talking a few minutes, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. So the smell of the coconut oil with the richness of the nut butter, and you've got that lovely caramel flavoured sugar. It just works so well for an indulgent treat. So that's the last little bit going in. And then we're going to add some more of our wet ingredients to our cookie dough. Okay, so I'm going to lift the lid up. And I'm just going to show you what stage you're at. So that's what you're looking for, that kind of consistency. So add in our maple syrup. Then we've got our vanilla. Place that down. A little mix. And whilst that's mixing, I'm going to add in my raising agent. Now, as I said, you can do this all by hand. You actually don't need a stand mixer, but we've got one, so we're going to use it. Add in your dry ingredients. And it's going to come together like a dough would. So I keep this on a lower speed until it comes together, and it will come away from the sides of the pan. Now, if it's a bit dry and crumbly, you literally, I'll turn it off and tell you this. Little tip for you, if it does seem a little bit dry and not coming together when you squeeze it, you can add a teaspoon of water, which I might do. So let's have a look. But before I add anything, I'm going to move my mixer out the way, grab my wooden spoon, and bring that together. So what we want to do, we want to be able to clump it together. I'm going to take my ring off. So if it's a little bit dry, then all you need to do is add a teaspoon of water, which I think I'm going to do. Now, the reason I love this dish is because it's a little bit of a novelty, the fact it's cooked in a frying pan or a casserole dish. It's really nice for special occasions. It makes it an alternative to a birthday cake. So, yeah, it's something different. Who doesn't love a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie? And who doesn't love a giant chocolate chip cookie? Okay, so as you can see, when I squeeze it, it's coming together. So whilst that's resting, I'm just going to take a moment to talk to you about how we're going to bake it. So I've got a casserole dish here, which I'm not going to use the lid, but what I am going to do is line it with some parchment paper. So same as I do with, say, when I'm baking some soda bread or something a bit more rustic, I scrunch up. And then you can open it back out and place it down. Then we're going to get our dough, place it all in, and use your hands to spread it out. And what else you can do, say on Valentine's Day, you can make this in the shape of a heart or something cheesy, but you know, it's fun to do. Or, you know, you can decorate it as a football if it's someone's birthday and they love football. Or if it's Christmas, you can use different kind of coloured decorations. I'm going to use chocolate chips. But my point is you can make it, it's a versatile recipe when it comes to fillings and decorations, because you can I'm adding chocolate chips because I'm a chocoholic, but you could also add in some nuts. You could add in a little sprinkle of cinnamon. So I like quite a thick cookie, so I'm making mine quite thick. Now what I like to do now is grab my chocolate chips and I'm going to push them in. I'm going to leave half out because I want them to be quite gooey. And you can put as many as you like in, within reason. Another thing you could do is you could add white chocolate chips, obviously plant-based. And if you have access to plant-based milk chocolate chips, that would work as well, or a combination. But we've got a lovely, really high quality dark chocolate chip. I think that's enough. So now our cookie is ready to bake. So this is going to go in the oven for around 15 minutes because then it's going to kind of set in the pan. But do keep an eye on it because all ovens are a little bit different. Once your cookie's baked, all that's left to do is serve and enjoy.